and welcome to a very special episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host, Swamp Swimmer, and with me, as always, is the Chewbacca to my Princess Leia, Vespasian.
Took that a different direction than I thought you would. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
So, we have a very special video for you guys. One of our good friends and previous member of the Bay Area gaming community, Hugo, is releasing a program for all of us Ninth Age players to enjoy called Warhall. Warhall is an online version of playing Ninth Age. Kind of like UB, but better, because it's three-dimensional and they have models, and it's just really fun. So we were lucky enough for Hugo to allow us some early access to the program and allowing us to show you guys in a video a little bit about it. I'm personally very excited about this. It's pretty cool. Well, any early impressions you want to say before I open the window of Vespasian?
No, Hugo's a good friend of ours, and he's been working really, really hard on this. I think that it's clear that this is something that was, created by a gamer, right? It's very, very easy to use, very immersive, from a online platform perspective as compared to other alternatives. You feel much more like you're playing on the tabletop, I would say. And I think he's put a lot of thought into it, and I'm really excited to share it with everybody.
Yep, I agree. Also, needless to say, we should mention Hugo is a previous U.S. Masters champion, so he knows what he's talking about when it comes to Ninth Age. So let's jump right into it. Let's see here. This is Warhol. Let's see here. So as you can see, it's three-dimensional, and we have some beautiful surrounding areas to our tabletop outlined in yellow here. Very smooth, very cool. But let's get right into it.
Yeah, I love that you kind of are in the midst of what looks like a realistic landscape. Kind of going back to that immersive feel, right? It in some ways even more immersive than being on the tabletop. It's pretty cool.
The cool thing about this is I often watch videos about Total War Warhammer. And they have like those cinematic shots as they jump in during the game, and you can see the guys fighting it out. You can kind of do something very similar in this, which is I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
So it's down here on the left is the chat screen. You can see Vespasian has joined my game. To give him rights to move objects in the game, I just left click on the players up here on the top right. Right click on Vespasian's name, allow to play. Set up new game. No?
No. I think so.
Oh, okay. So it's when I allow you to play, it's gonna send me right into the quick start.
Oh, okay, got it.
But let's not do that. Let's do that. And then, so on the top left here, we have three items. We have menu, create, camera, battlefield. Those pretty much make sense. But what we're gonna start with is the first option under menu. I think this is a little blocked out in what I'm recording, but it's the quick start item, which is the first one. And this is basically you starting a Ninth Age game, right? All of the maps, the official maps from Ninth Age are on here. I know he's adding maps 1 through 8, but again, this is alpha, so not everything's going to be here right off the bat. But let's choose map 9. Notice it populates on the board. I choose my my secondary. And really, this comes down to Spoils of War. It'll put the tokens that have to do with those secondary objectives on there. And then we could do fun things like we could flip the terrain. No, it's not going to work. Well, let's just get into this. So as you can see, let's see here. What was the command to pan?
Oh, I just I just saw that.
Oh, there we go. I got it. It's spacebar plus left click.
There you go. Yeah. I just saw him talking about it today.
Notice it puts in the deployment lines, which is super helpful.
Hmm.
And you can also change that, obviously. Flip sides, deployment lines. No, that turns them off and on.
You can flip them, the flip deployment lines, which would be, like for refuse flank or the
Yeah.
diagonals, really helpful. Dawn Assault, where it's the inverted L's, right, is,
Hmm.
very, very helpful to be able to just switch them back and forth easily. Um, yeah. So he's built a lot of the things that people have had to kind of cobble together manually.
Hmm.
He's built a lot of those things, automated into the game, which is really cool.
The thing I'm missing is how do you change the deployment type?
Um, the frontline clash option there.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, okay. So we got
So like if
everything,
you
including the counter thrust, the diagonal and circle, refuse
always the
flank. That's
most irritating one to do is the encircle.
and then, for instance, like refuse flank here. If you want to change the diagonal, it's a one click, which is super helpful.
Yeah. I could see this game once people get used to it, being faster to play
Hmm.
than the alternatives. So
I
yeah.
completely agree. Okay, so now on to my personal favorite part of this. Let's do
Yeah. This is a great feature.
so. Let's see, it's connecting. There we go. I have linked my new recruit account to War Scroll, or I'm sorry, not War Scroll, Warhall, and it has I play Saurian Ancient Beast Herds. It's got all my lists here, all my 2 crowns lists. It shows up here in the banner, and then this is the coolest thing that I've seen with this program by far. You can just hit this deploy button, and it sets out your whole army there for you. Now, granted, I didn't have time to make an army in. They haven't made. Hugo hasn't made all of the models for all of the different armies yet. I believe he's done Empire and Dwarves and another one.
Yeah, there's one beasts, I think.
Okay, well, let me load a beast list here. There we go.
And he'll have, more information, but I know they're actively being worked on, so not far away. But I think if I recall correctly, the beasts are
Yeah.
built. Yeah, there you go.
So that's super. That's a one-click deployment.
Life
It's
changing.
That's awesome. That's so awesome. Looks like
Yeah.
he changed the pan speed here, which is so. The cool thing is like looking. This is all my army deployed here. See all the banners. See the guys running around with the 3D buildings. It becomes very cinematic, which I think is awesome. So yeah, that's like the gist of setting up a game. Um, let's talk a little bit about moving models. So, for instance, I have this unit, my Wildhorn Herd here. First question, or first thing we have here is there's, what, 40 guys there? We can easily, instead of selecting out individual models, which you can by, if you single click on the unit, you just select the whole unit and can move it. If you double click on an individual model, you can grab and move that individual model. And it also becomes sticky when you move it back in the tray. It clicks to where it's supposed to go, which is super nice. The other cool thing here is you can, instead of us ninth age players, we often reform a unit in the middle of a battle. And it's really annoying on UB to take all the individual models out or to produce a new unit and then put it on the board. Here, let's see if I can find the correct reform. Yeah, see here's the reform button. And you just say the number of columns you want. So I want to go line formation. So let's go 8 wide, enter. Bam, done. And it does it around the center of the unit, so you don't have to worry about putting it in the wrong place. Super cool. The
Yeah.
other cool thing is when you're in the middle of battle and guys are dying, like for shooting, for instance, instead of taking one model off and then deleting it, you can just select the unit and just this plus and minus soldier button. Like, oh, 4 guys died. Easy. Just clicks. The thing I was worried about with this is if it's taking him off the back rank, you can't control where the models are in the back rank. But, again, you just double click into this guy and you want to center it in on the unit. Done. Coolest thing I've ever seen.
And they're all short keys as well, so you can I think he's actually set it up so you can just delete to so it's really fast and effective.
Yeah, reforms just art. Minus guys is the minus button, so bam, I'm just doing it now, and obviously plus guys is the plus button.
Yeah,
amazing,
super cool.
Okay, so this is a cool feature that we all loved in UB. That is added in this program is the radials, the vision, showing the right angles, and then also oopsie. Oh geez, there it is. Showing the right angles, the parallel lines, and then also the inch markers all the way out from the unit, including the half-inch line.
Super helpful. But you gotta show them the best part, which is the arc, the wheel arcs. Pull that one up.
That one. Hold on, let me see if I can find this.
Is it that one next to it? Yeah. No, that's where is it? Is it up above?
It's this one here. Show
yeah,
pivot.
yeah, there you go. Yeah. So how many times have you been trying to see? Oh, asking your opponent, can you wheel past this?
Yep.
Once again, don't have to ask anymore, right? So the you can see clearly where the unit can wheel and where it can't, right? So once again, all these little time savers add up. I mean, between saving time on putting your army out at the beginning of the game and the setup of the board and the reforming and the deletion and the pivoting, all of these things that used to be heavily manual. I mean, I see a lot of people complaining about the time it takes to play an online game these days being, 5+ hours. And this, I think, just chips away at that, with every transactional move, which is really, it's clear that a gamer really thought through all of this and thought about how to make it easier for the players, which is really awesome.
Yeah, I completely agree. All right, now the next thing, so to rotate around the center, so notice there, when you select the unit and you move your cursor kind of the back center of the unit, of the tray, this little tab highlights. You just left click that and you can rotate around the center. And then if you select either one of the back corners of the tray, you left click that and drag it and you're wheeling. Super clean, super easy.
Very cool.
Oh, let's see here. There's also some quick keys like just rotating the unit 90 degrees. There's the random direction generator, which doesn't happen too often in Ninth Age, does it?
No. And just so you can start to see some of the interactions, I'll move my little my griffin over here, right?
Boo, get those elves out of here.
No, this is an Empire one. I'm trying to give them credit for the models that they built.
Oh.
Zoom in, take a look. I think it's pretty. It's a pretty cool. The quality of the armies that they've built out so far is really neat.
Yeah, I think the beasters are still just placeholders, but the
oh, okay.
Yeah, the drag tool is really slow. I know you can adjust the sensitivity of this, but I don't know where to go to have them at.
Check that out. How cool is that?
So also he told me that all these 3 models were created in Blender. So in theory, individuals who are comfortable with Blender can design their own 3D models for this. And then also anyone who does printing of models from a source can just upload those STL files into here. And anyone who's printing 3D models in real life can use those models in the game in Warhol. Super cool.
So imagine like your favorite Kickstarter that you just backed, right? Like Lost Kingdom, I think you were getting some models from there, right, Kenyon? I mean, you can literally pop that, that Cayman Ancient, up as the actual image of your model, which, I mean, talk about, I know I've been missing playing on the tabletop, with the past year. I can't think of a better way to get that feeling back, right? Than to have my actual models, on the screen. It's pretty cool.
All right, so taking a step back into these tabs here, setup is the deployment. You can create units individually.
Yeah, you saw me just popping out the
Yeah.
steam tank and the griffin guy. Also has all of the magic
Yep.
lores in there, which is incredibly easy rather than having to dig through. You can, all the various magic lores are already loaded in.
So
Flux
he
card.
see these tabs, the color tabs up here are the different lores. So for
Yep.
instance, let's drop in Druidism. And then does I
Oh, oh.
how do I remind me how I drop in the whole
Um, what is it? I think you click the druidism. Yeah, see how I just put them all
Oh,
out
there we
there?
go. Oh, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So let's see, all six of these
So now you've got the
tokens.
tokens for the cards, and it's got the details already in
Yep.
there for
See
the
written on the
for
right
the
here,
spells.
Master of
Yeah.
Earth.
You also have, I don't know if we pointed that out, but you've got the unit stats in the if you click on your Longhorns, right, it'll pull up their profile.
Yep.
Which, how many times have you had to say, "Hey, what's the advance move on that, or what's the agility on that?" Asking your opponent.
And that works
Another
also when
time
I
saver.
select your models, right? If I click on the Marshal, there you go.
Yep, exactly, exactly.
Flux cards are all here. Bam. Flux card 87654. All right there. Super easy, super to move.
hmm And then also common tokens, right? Like the you can bring out the spoils tokens. You can
Well,
bring
yeah.
out,
The real important thing here is the wound token. I mean, like everyone uses wound tokens, right?
hmm
See the wound tokens just going around. Also, good thing to point out that I just realized. You can bring the wound token over here, and I think, well, no. How do you add characters to units?
Oh yes. So I think he showed me this. It's been a minute. I mean, we all know it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve for
Here,
people to get
it's
used
it's
to
see
it.
the
But
on the right. There's the link tool. So I have
yeah,
the
there you go.
character selected, and I link him to the tray, but it is now he's out of 90-degree orientation on the unit. So to fix that, I just reform the unit to whatever wide, 7 wide, let's say, and he goes to the front of the unit. And then I can reform him back to 8 wide, and he's sitting in the front of the unit there, Mr.
Yep.
Soothsayer. Super cool. And then
Awesome.
also you can do that with tokens, like this wound token. I'm going to put it right here. My Soothsayer took a wound. Link him to the tray, and then when I move the tray, he stays with it. Just awesome.
Awesome.
Okay, so measuring distance. I think most of us measure distance with the radial lines, but you can
hmm
also just do the classic measurement with, what was it? How do you do the line again? I forgot. Camera. You can actually bring out a ruler,
Yep.
and it works just like a ruler. It extends either which way, goes wherever you want, and has the dimension there. I know you
hmm
can also, what was it? You can measure with just with clicking with a line and dragging. I just don't remember how to do that.
Yeah, I'm remembering what you're talking about. There's something where you can like click on something and then draw the line from it. I'm trying to figure it out. No, where is that?
Well, we might have to come back to that one, but
Yeah. Um, Direction. I'm forgetting where. Oh, is it this? No. Or no. I don't know. I remember. I think it's a quick key or something. But there is a way to so that you can just easily click and pull from one unit to another to see the distance.
well, personally, I think the best is
The
this
radials.
the vision or what do you call it? But All right. Well, other cool features. Keep moving on here because there's a lot of features to get through here.
Hmm.
On the camera, you like this 3D view is great, but if you want the classic top-down camera view, bam, easy.
Yep. And there's some variability, right? Like you could keep the 3D terrain with the top down view, right? So you can kind of if you
Hold on one
need to
second.
adjust to the new structure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
So what
go.
I did here, so it's a kind of hidden control. I remember him telling me this. It's Control I and K, I think it was. I
Mm.
and
And he's published a resource for all of these shortcuts
there
so
we go.
that
I
people
and J.
can
So this is
use
the
them.
least amount of uh, elements to render, and then you can just go up by steps, and you can get more foliage on the. You can get shadows in there. You can get more 3D trees, the 3D rocks, and the impassable, the house. I mean,
And
I'm
see
gonna
how you
run
can
this,
see
and
the
then
movement of the units live,
yeah,
which I've always thought was something that was missing a little bit. It's like as the mover in other platforms, you're seeing the move happen, but your opponent is just sees it when it's finished, basically, right? But with this, like if I'm moving the Griffin, I'm like, all right, let me put him over here.
I see
You
the whole
can
thing.
see
Yeah,
that,
that's a good
right?
point. I
So
didn't think of that.
yeah,
So also notice I put up the visibility to the highest thing. So you notice the background, all the trees came in. Looks even better.
really cool.
Oh man, that's cool. Right.
Another one. I mean, I'm surprised this wasn't the first one we said, but so Hugo was thinking of me, when he built this, and he said, "Gosh, Aaron is terrible at taking pictures for his battle reports."
Yes.
So he's actually built in an automated picture taking feature so that, if you start your game and you know that you're going to want to, to have some summaries for the battle report or look back over it for yourself or whatever, you
Hmm.
can set that up and with the record
So
function.
yeah. So under the menu, there's the record button. So you can. There's three different ways of doing it. You can do this Shift P, so you do it manually, like oh, I'm going to take a screenshot. You can do automatically. It'll take a screenshot of the top view when you roll a D8, so every magic phase. Or you can just set it to take top view screenshots every X number of minutes. Super cool. And they all just drop as JPEGs into a folder in the program. I think I probably won't be using the automatic 2 minutes or the X number of minutes because I don't know which turn it's. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this too. When it takes the screenshot, it's counting every time you roll a d8, so that is what turns the turn. And then in the screenshots, in the bottom right or left corner, I can't remember which one, it tells the turn. Like Beast turn, turn one, Empire turn two. Or
Awesome.
super
So we
cool.
can avoid that issue that I had recently, where we got the pictures mixed up.
Exactly. Super cool. Let's see. Any other options here that I want to go over? You can save the game, obviously. Oh, the thing I wanted to go over. Remember in UB when you delete a unit, delete, you can't undo that when you delete something. The back
Hmm.
function breaks. Not here. Super
Cool.
nice.
Great user experience there. I like it.
Let's see here. I think those are all the real features I had to go over. Aaron, do you have anything else?
Trying to think. Let me double check. I think the just some things that are a little bit less tangible and easy to see, but just the kind of the flexibility of the movement around the table, right? I think I've seen a few people that have like what look like stock traders desks of like 16 different screens to play currently, right? Here, you can very easily, zoom in using your mouse, rotate around, features like the terrain or something like that. I think once people get used to all of the different, mobility options, I mean, it'll be like, you can change the battlefield to see from the perspective of your general, if you will. Right? I mean,
That's what I'm
which is
talking
kind of
about.
neat.
It'll be cool to like do cinematic shots of the battle line,
Right.
like
Exactly.
coming down and getting on eye level.
Exactly. Yeah. I think that that's really neat. And I know that this is a little bit more behind the scenes, but Hugo's been forward thinking about things like gathering statistics. I know as a member of the project that the Ninth Age is always looking for new and better ways to gather data on game interactions, right? And to have that synced into the platform would be incredible. So more to come on that. I don't have a lot of details on that yet, but I think that'll be really useful. We have a lot of people who are big data junkies in the in the project, so I think that'll be really well received as well.
Excellent. So this is being released when, Aaron?
Tomorrow. Well, I guess we'll release this video. So today, but it's we're recording the video on Thursday, and the alpha is going to be released tomorrow on Friday.
Hmm.
And I'm really looking forward. I've played around a little bit and gotten a couple of, I would say, skirmishes against myself just to test out the functionality. But I'm really looking forward to delivering a full battle report to all of you guys in this platform. I think it'll be really cool. Hopefully, we
Um,
can find some time to do it.
these are honest questions. I don't know the answers to this, but is Hugo allowing when Alpha is released, anyone can get in?
That's a good question. I think so, but that would be good to check. We can add that into the comments.
Okay. Yeah. Hit
Keep
us
it.
up in the comments. We're in contact with Hugo, so
Yeah,
I know he has contacted other YouTube and podcasts to talk about this. So you'll probably see other videos.
mhm.
And lastly, I think Aaron, I think we should schedule a time to play a full game in this, and then just
Definitely.
record the whole thing and see how it goes.
Definitely. Yeah. And it's very much an alpha. I know, I mean, he is engaging with testers actively looking for feedback. So there's a great level of interactivity with the founders of this company, which is neat. So yeah, I think this can be a game, platform that grows and evolves to meet the needs of the community. So I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, I think to be honest, nothing beats the actual tabletop, but we are in a situation where we could really use a program like this, and I think it's great to because I not only love playing people at real life tournaments and people in our gaming community here in the Bay Area, but getting to play people in Europe and around the world. This it makes those games even better and much more enjoyable, in my opinion.
Definitely, definitely. And I think it's going to keep getting better and better, as the new models come out,
Mhm.
and people, help to provide good feedback to continue to improve the experience. It's just going to get to be a better and better product. So I'm pretty excited about it. I know Hugo is too, and we're excited to share it with all of you. So
Yeah, yeah.
looking forward to getting games in with all of you in the coming months as it rolls out.
Big props to Hugo. Thank you for doing this. I'm excited. I haven't gotten a full game in yet in the system, but I think we should definitely do that, Aaron.
Definitely. Yeah, let's get some time on the calendar and we'll share it with all of you once we get it done.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for viewing our video. Check out Warhall when it comes out. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like what you see, and everyone have a good day.
Thanks everybody. Bye.